Right, so a few days ago, we took a look at some tattoo drama that had completely blew up on TikTok. And when I say it blew up, it genuinely did. I mean, the video before the account has now been deleted, which we will get into, but the original video had about 10 million views. Like, a lot of people were interested in the story. Well, since that last video, there has been a lot of updates, meaning the person who actually got the tattoo has responded themselves and told their side of the story. Now, in case you didn't see my last video or you didn't see the situation on TikTok, let me give you a very fast recap. So basically, there was a tattoo artist called SPRIGGS on TikTok who would just post videos, you know, giving tattoos and showing like the results of their tattoos. And they actually released a video about a week ago at this point of them crying because they had just given someone a tattoo. They said that they weren't really in the mindset to really give a tattoo that day. They didn't think they were going to be working, but they did the tattoo anyways, and it was a small tattoo that says "Love Conquers All." Now, where the problem started is after the tattoo was actually complete, the person who got the tattoo, the client, noticed that it was spelt wrong. It was spelled like "Love concurs all" instead of "Love conquers all." And because of this, according to the tattoo artist, the client was very aggressive towards him, would call like a bitch and whatnot.
She fucking is pissed and she's calling me a dumb bitch and like, I'm sorry, I fucked up your tattoo. What do you want me to do to fix it? Do you want to wait till it's healed? Do you want to fix it right now? Do you want me to like, I'm trying to fucking fix it, and like, she's like, I want it fixed right now. And I'm like, okay, well, you have to tell me how you want to fix it or it's not gonna get fixed. I can't do anything until you tell me how you want me to correct this situation.
So yeah, as you can see, according to Spriggs, the person who got the tattoo was pretty aggressive and started insulting her because of this. Now, my take on that video was all about like whose fault it is for a tattoo being spelled wrong. And as I said in that video, and I still do believe, it is kind of a lot more on the client. Like, obviously both people are responsible, but if you get a tattoo and the stencil's being put on you and it might be spelt wrong, but you've got the stencil, right? No needles have actually went in, nothing's permanent yet. You get all the time to look at it and make sure it's spelled correctly. If you get a tattoo that is just words, that's probably the first thing you check, right? You check if the spelling is right. Like, yes, the tattoo artist should make sure that the words are spelled correct. I do agree with that. But also what I'm saying is that you do get all the chance in the world to make sure that it is spelled right. Even just any tattoo, even if it's not words, right? If you want to change anything, you've got a chance when the stencil gets put on. Now, as for the other stuff with the story, it seems like there may be a couple of inconsistencies. And like I said, we will get to the client's response. That gives us kind of both sides of the story a little bit later on. But before we do that, I do just want to show another video that Spriggs uploaded since my last video actually showing the tattoo. This is the first time we've actually seen it.
Tell me what you want, what you really, really want. I'll tell you what I want, what I really, really want. I want a picture of the stencil. There you go.
Okay, right, so here we have the stencil. So this is obviously the part where if you are getting words tattooed on you, you should probably check. But as we can see, it's obviously spelt wrong. I don't know how easy it is for tattoo artists to change words. I think obviously there's certain letters that are easier to change than others, like making a C into a Q, I can imagine would be pretty easy. But I'm not sure, like, how easy everything would be. Maybe it is fixable. In fact, I do believe she did try to fix it.
This is what I showed her. Well, I mean, she saw it before I printed it, and then we printed it, and then I put it on, and then I showed her this picture, and she's like, yeah, looks good, let's do it. And then I was like, all right, cool. And then, okay, so her first tattoo was $80, and then this one I said, we'll just make it $120 for both of them. I gave her $60 back. I skin tone matched. I added the Q. I tried to change the letters to the best of my ability. Told her if she's respectful, when it heals, she can come back and I'll try and fix it more.
Yeah, so what you just said right there has caused a few issues. Obviously, like I said, the client has now responded, and the client seemingly didn't want to respond at first. I mean, they didn't respond at first, but when Spriggs is saying stuff like, you know, if this person is respectful, then I guess we can do it again. I can imagine that if you're the person she's talking about here and you didn't say some of the things that she's claiming you said, you would be pissed off. Now, obviously, we don't know 100% if she did, like, insult her, like Spriggs is saying, because now the client said that they didn't. So it's hard to really know. But hypothetically, if you are the client and Spriggs is now lying about this conversation and you didn't even insult them, and now she's on TikTok saying you did and saying, oh, if she's respectful, I'll fix it for her. Yeah, you would be pissed. But yeah, as we can see, this is the tattoo when it was actually done. Now, when we actually look at the tattoo from the client's perspective, that we'll get to in just a second, it doesn't look like this anymore. It's definitely healed pretty badly, and obviously I'm not a tattoo artist, right? So I don't know exactly whose fault it is. You could say that maybe it's the clients for not looking after it properly after it was done, or maybe it was the tattoo artist who didn't do it correctly. I'm assuming there's a lot of people watching this video that'll be a lot more clued up on stuff like that than I am, like I said. Not a tattoo artist. But this is the point where we have now first heard from the client. So this video was uploaded 3 days ago. There's quite a few videos to get through, actually. And it's by a TikTok user called LaiBankss or LaiBankss. I think it's Lai. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong. But yeah, this is what she had to say.
So I was trying to handle this off of social media, But when I text this girl to confront her about lying in this video, she blocked me on everything. Like on Facebook, she blocked my TikTok after I was commenting on all her videos, asking her why she lying. And I just wanted to address a few things. So, as an artist, if you know you gotta put your concentration into some work and you don't feel up to par that day and you don't want a tattoo like she said in the video, she never said those words to me. You should stay home and don't take no clients, because why would you want to put art on somebody with bad energy? Like, that just don't make sense to me.
Yeah, I mean, she brings up a few points straight away, right? She says, first of all, just being blocked on effing when she tried to message a tattoo artist. Now, it obviously helps if you understand more of the context, right? Like, if someone isn't just insulting you, then yeah, block them. But if that is a complete lie, and lie was just being respectful and wanted to get the tattoo sorted, but then all of a sudden was getting blocked while she was getting, like, slated on TikTok, you can see why she would be pissed. It's hard to obviously know 100%. We do see some text messages later on in a different video, but it's like such a small portion of text messages, so it's hard to really tell. But also, as she just said right here, if Spriggs wasn't up to doing the tattoo that day and didn't want to do it, she could have just said no, obviously. Now again, you can obviously look at it from both sides, right? Maybe Spriggs was just like, okay, right, I really wasn't expecting a tattoo today, but the person's already here, I'll feel like a dickhead if I don't do it now, so I'm gonna do it. But then also on the flip side, if you're going to get something that is permanently on your body, you would definitely want to make sure that that tattoo artist is up to it that day and isn't in a weird mood where they really can't be asked.
A tattoo is not that deep. I'll come back the next day or whenever you feel up to par. And another thing, I don't understand why people were saying, why did I get 2 tattoos or whatever was in the comments. I can't see them no more because I'm blocked. But that's what I always do. I always get a tattoo and be like, I want another one. So what's the deal? I'm spending my own money. It's not yours.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really actually understand that criticism. So people were saying, like, why did you get 2 tattoos? I think she got that tattoo and then she also got something like blacked out like a cover up. So I don't really understand what that criticism is. Loads of people get multiple tattoos in a session. I've done that multiple times now. So I don't really get that. I don't know what people are trying to say.
And I never said that it wasn't partially my fault. I never ever said that. So I understand that I need to look at the tattoo that I'm getting like more than a few times, because obviously I wasn't focused enough to, and I trusted her enough to know how to fucking spell words. So that's my mistake, yeah. But also, as an artist, you should know your homophones, pretty much. Like, you put in words on somebody, you should be making sure that this word don't have another word that sound like it but spelled different and stuff like that.
Okay, so straight away she has took responsibility for her side in it, right? She's saying, I should have checked it more, which is completely fair enough. I agree. They both should have clearly checked it more. I just think with you being the person who's getting it permanently on your body, you should be really checking it and making sure that that is spelled correctly. But she's accepted it, right? She took responsibility.
When did I ever cuss at you? When was I ever aggressive with you? So why are you sitting here shedding these little crocodile tears, trying to get sympathy for something that didn't even happen? That's partially your fault. Like I said, if you don't feel like you don't want a tattoo today or whenever, don't. I'm not pressed. It's plenty other tattoo artists out here.
Okay, so this is interesting, and it's really hard to give a concrete opinion on it because we don't know exactly what happened here. Because according to Spriggs, to the best of my knowledge, in that video she said, once the tattoo was done and the person was about to leave, they realised that it was spelled wrong, and then they said in person, I believe, like, you're a dumb bitch for doing this and whatever else. Now, obviously, Lai is saying that isn't true. That just never happened. And again, we can't tell. How are we supposed to know if that's true or not? I guess unless we had security footage, is that the next step in this? I don't know, but yeah, obviously, if it is made up, you would be pissed when you watch that video, especially with how viral it went and how much, like, people were defending her. But yeah, like I mentioned, don't have a concrete opinion on it because I don't know. I wasn't there.
And then she's talking about it took two and a half hours. It took an hour and a half. All she did was black out this tattoo that I had got prior. And that took 5 minutes, and she was going to charge me $80. And that's another reason why I wanted to get another tattoo to get some more of that time. Because 5 minutes and $80 for you to black that shit out? Like, come on. And she's saying that it only happened a couple of times. So don't you think that you need to, like... Lord have mercy. I don't even know what to say. I just know I was gonna go back to her so she could finish fixing it. This how it look.
Okay, right. So this is where we see the updated tattoo. Now, first of all, I do just want to say, because obviously you just mentioned there, apparently Spriggs said in a video that it was like a 2 hour or 2.5 hour tattoo. Apparently it wasn't. Apparently it was like an hour and a half for both of them. And that's enough reason why she's pissed, because that's enough for just lie in the story, according to her. But also on top of that, Lai has now showed the tattoo, and it doesn't look great, to say the least. Now, I am trying to look at it here and figuring out, like, is it mirrored? Is it like upside down? I don't really know what I'm looking at here because I can't read it. But specifically, this bit in the middle does not look good at all. And again, I'm not an expert on this, so I don't know if it's because maybe she just didn't look after it. Maybe it's something to do with the tattoo artist actually doing it wrong. I think looking at the comments, most people are on the side of it's a tattoo artist's fault. I mean, we've just got simple comments here saying the way my jaw dropped when you show the tattoo with 50,000 likes. And then we've also got comments that say stuff like, oh no, that looks terrible, like too deep. Keep medicine or something on it, make sure it doesn't get infected, ouch. So again, not an expert, but I've seen a lot of comments saying that it looks like she went too deep with the tattoo. I don't know exactly what happens if you do that. In fact, let's Google it quickly. So yeah, it says, if you were to go too deep, this when scarring can occur and blowout. A blowout occurs when the needle penetrates too deep and the ink spreads out within the skin, causing a shadow-like effect around the tattoo. So yeah, I'm not sure what has happened exactly here, but yeah, it doesn't look great by any means.
She sent me my money back. I left out the shop. I got my stuff. I got my kid. And I went outside and I sat in my car for like 10 minutes. And like a few hours later, she messaged me on Messenger and said that she wanted to send me my money back. So I was like, okay, you feel that bad? You want to send the money back? I'll take it. Because, of course, I'm upset about the tattoo, but it wasn't no big deal. She said she could fix it. I was going to let her fix it. But she sent the money back and then blocked me.
Okay, so that's Lai's side of the story. She said that she didn't even request the money back, and in fact it was Spriggs who messaged her and said, I'll send you the money back. And like I said, we do have messages to show their interactions. Now, this is actually one of the most recent things that was posted, so there's a few videos before this, but I feel like we should probably show this now just to add some context to the situation. Okay, so as we can see, Lai said, are you open today? There was no reply. Then after the tattoo was done, we've got Spriggs who said, hey, you left so quickly, I never got the chance to give you your money back. Do you have Venmo or something that I can send it to? Or would you like to come by the shop and get it another time? To which Lai has responded saying, yes, this is my Venmo, thanks. And then Spriggs has said, I sent over half for the mistake on the one, I don't know, again, I apologize. And that seems to be where the conversation ended up until Spriggs actually posted the video talking about the tattoo situation. And here we now have messages from Lai to Spriggs after the video has been posted. Half it's cut off, so it's like a bit difficult to really understand, but we'll go from where we can see. Yeah, I should have looked at it more in depth. I usually do, but as you're a permanent tattoo artist, also should know how to use the correct homophone as well. I never asked for my money back. You willingly sent it, and if you feel that bad about it, of course I'm going to accept it. And the tattoos I got did not take 2.5 hours. I was there from 8:30 till about 10 AM. I don't know if you thought I wasn't going to see this, but TikTok is universal, sweetheart. And I'm really sitting here watching these videos, and you really running your mouth like I'm the one in the wrong, when I showed you what I wanted in my notes on my phone. And you talking about if I'm respectful, you will fix it. Like, girl, what? None of that was ever said to my face. You real bold in these videos. And then we can also see by this screenshot that Lai has tried commenting on a bunch of these videos, but she's blocked, so I guess people couldn't see them. She basically said all the stuff that we've heard her say in this video, like stuff like, when did I call you a dumb bitch? And talking about like how long the tattoos took, and it wasn't 2.5 hours. But yeah, that's all the messages we have. But we do actually have more videos from Lai, and this one in particular is responding to the video we watched at the beginning where Spriggs is saying like, if you're respectful, I'll do the tattoo.
When did you ever say that to me? Please let me know. Please rewind them cameras that you got in that shop, because I need to see that. I must didn't hear that part. Girl.
I did not take an after picture because you ran the fuck out of here and we were both okay.
And who ran anywhere? Like I said, I still had to put my jacket on. I still had to get my kid. And I sat outside of your shop for 10 minutes. You could see me through that big ass window. I know you could. So who ran anywhere? Now she eating up this little clout she getting off of TikTok. Like, girl.
Yeah, I mean, clearly the story is just based on the fact that someone is lying. We just don't know for certain who is lying, but that is basically what it is, right? Someone tells a story, someone's told their side of the story, and they're pretty different. And Lai also showed like an updated version of the tattoo, I guess. It looks better in this picture. I guess this is when it's kind of been redone to try and fix because they've tried making this into a queue. you can't still really read it. It does look like it's like a little mark here. Now, I don't know if that's obviously maybe a scar that she already had, or maybe it is from this tattoo. It's hard to tell. But, yeah, it at least looks better than the first picture we saw. And yeah, there's a few more like shorter videos where she just like replied to comments about the fact that she was blocked and whatnot. In this video, she says that she was blocked before she'd even seen the video on TikTok.
Fact, she blocked me before I even knew about the video. So her intentions was probably never to even fix the tattoo. And I was never even gonna come to the internet and post this shit at all. Like, she got on here crying.
And yeah, that's kind of the story up to now. I would love to know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Like I said before, it's really hard to give a concrete opinion on stuff like this when two people are just saying that each of us lying and there's no real proof on either side. I think obviously the main part that we just don't know is the conversation that happened in the shop. Was she insulted? Was she not? Is that just a made-up lie? Obviously, if she has just lied about that, that's a fucking weird thing to lie about. But yeah, like I said, I would love to know your thoughts in the comment section down below on everything that I spoke about in today's video. And if you did enjoy, leave a like down below, subscribe if you are new. And until the next one, I'll see you guys in a bit. Alright, goodbye.